Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. FPL Consult here, and today we're going to take a look at my Game Week 5 team selection. So in this video, we're going to review Game Week 4, we're going to take a look at my transfer plans going into Game Week 5, and then see who I'm captaining. Right, so if you guys enjoy this video, please do give a like and also subscribe as well if you are new around here. Right, so for Game Week 4, I kind of held my position, right, very tiny green arrow, 2.83 million is my new rank. Right, I got 69 points, but after the -4 hit that I took, right, I'm only going to get about 65 points added to my total tally, which is 236 now. So preferably I would have wanted to be in the 250 region at this point in time, right? That will put me in the top 1 mil, but hopefully in Game Week 5, Game Week 6, I can make up some rank because of the differentials that I have in my team, right? So based on the Game Week 4 performance, I think it's pretty alright, right? Want to do a little bit better, but I think based on the returns I've gotten, I can't complain too much. Right, Raya in goal, 6 points there. Trent, 17 points, a really amazing performance from him. Right, 1 goal, 1 assist, and also 2 bonus points. Right, Perisic could have gotten a double-digit haul if Kane actually scored the penalty. Right, so I'm pretty happy that I have Perisic, and I kind of feel like having him in my team puts me a little bit ahead of the curve as well, because I think a lot of people would be wanting to jump on him soon. And also there's James with an assist as well, so pretty amazing stuff there, 7 points from him. And Cancelo is someone that I think I can consider moving out if he keeps up this poor attacking kind of performance that he's been putting out, because we know even though he's a defender, he has been putting out quite decent attacking performances based on his last season, right? But currently this season his attacking stats don't really compare as well as his last season, right? He has been getting a lot less attacking positions, and that's what we don't want to see from an attacking defender. And also considering the premium we're paying for him, I think we can consider actually moving him out, right? And then there's Salah, Martinelli, and Neto all pretty much blanking there, right? And with Gundogan and assist, right? So I'm pretty happy to have Gundogan as well. I think he's someone that is putting me slightly ahead of the curve by having Gundogan. He only played 20 minutes, so his minutes for Nottingham Forest look pretty good, right? And he got an assist as well, even though he played 20 minutes. There were a couple of chances where he could have scored even, right? So I do like him in my team, right? And I think he is someone that is going to experience a lot of price rises moving forward. He could make some cash from me there. And then there's HAALAND and Jesus. HAALAND with an amazing performance. I think needless to say, we all kind of saw how good he is as a striker, as a number 9, right? His third goal especially, right? Really a big bully up there. And he completed his first hat-trick in the Etihad Stadium, so very impressive. But as of now, the concern is obviously, right, moving into Nottingham Forest and also the tough fixture schedule ahead, right, with so many games back to back, right? What are the minutes that HAALAND is going to get, right? We really have to kind of consider that moving into the next couple of game weeks, right? And Jesus with a 1-pointer, right? He was very involved in the attack as usual for Arsenal, but he's been getting 1-pointers of late, right? So something to monitor as well, but I don't think he'll be leaving my team anytime soon, right? So this is how I did for Game Week 4, right? Let's take a look at my transfer plans moving into Game Week 5. So Neto is a player that I actually want to move out of my team earlier already, right? But I had to keep him because comparing Bailey and Neto, I obviously rather keep Neto, right? And that did turn out to be the better decision, of course, because Bailey just hasn't been starting even, right? So I did keep Neto, right? And now it has come the time where it's finally alright for me to move him out of my team without taking any hits, right? And obviously the most obvious replacement is Pascal Gross, who I have been wanting to bring into my team for a while now, right? But because I have already taken a hit last week, I'm not going to take another hit to just do this swap, right? But of course, Gross has been doing really well, right? In Game Week 4, he did also get a double-digit haul with 3 bonus points and a goal as well, right? So he's someone that is really impressive at the moment, and also he's on set pieces. Even though he's not on penalties, he's on most set pieces, and Brighton do have a lot of people who are good hitters of the ball, right? So there were a couple of chances in Game Week 4 where he could have gotten an assist as well, right, on top of his goal, right? So Gross is someone that is very involved in the attack given his new advanced position in the Brighton team, right? I really like this move, right? So 1 free transfer used, and not taking any hits this week, right? And I do have 0.2 million left in the bank. So this is how I'm lining up in Game Week 5, and I pretty much just stayed with the same formation, the same 11 players, just that I've swapped Gross in and Neto out, right? So pretty much the same team. I have Raya in goal against Crystal Palace, right? At the back line, we have Trent, Perisic, James, and Cancelo. Perisic probably the only one with a rotation risk in the back line, but given that he came off in the 70th minute, I do think there's a good chance he starts in Game Week 5 as well, right? And then in the midfield, we have Salah, Martinelli, Groves, and Gundogan, and possibly the only one with a rotation risk again is Gundogan, but right, he did only play 20 minutes. He only got subbed on in the 70th minute, so I do think that his minutes are pretty good looking at the Nottingham Forest game, right? And obviously if he starts, he gets into those good positions where we have seen him in the first couple of game weeks getting into those second striker positions and, you know, putting in those goals. I think we are going to see a bit of that if he starts, and I do fancy my chances of getting some returns from Gundogan, right? And then up front, Haaland and Jesus. I'm going to keep Haaland this game week. A lot of talk has been around surrounding whether we should take Haaland out, right? But given his haul last week and also, you know, the potential of him maybe playing just 20-30 minutes against the Nottingham Forest, who are, you know, the worst for expected goals conceded, right? I think even with 20-30 minutes, he could actually put in some goals. So I am going to take the risk and keep him, right? And moving forward as well, there are going to be games where he's going to play, right? So I'd rather have him instead of Kane, right? Who has West Ham away, right? And then Jesus with Aston Villa at home. So pretty much the same starting 11, just that I've done that swap and brought Gross in. Right, on the bench, we have Ward, Andreas, Neco Williams, and Archer. Right, Andreas probably with the best fixture out of everyone there, so he is first on the bench. Right, so at this point, this is how I'm looking like going into Game Week 5. Let's take a look at our captaincy rubrics. So for those of you guys new to the Captaincy Rubrics, this is basically a table that I compute every game week to kind of look at statistically wise who are the best captain options, right? So based on our success rate, it's currently 4 out of 4 for the metrics. I just want to put a caveat and say that I haven't been following the metrics every game week, right? I obviously hope that I had followed the metrics in Game Week 4 because it shows Haaland, who got 17 points. I went with Salah instead, who obviously blanked, right? So at this point, for Game Week 5, right, the metrics is also still sticking with Haaland with a score of 53.5, right? So basically how to read this table is taking a look at the score right beside me here in the red column. The one with the highest score is the best captaincy option, and obviously by taking into account all the player stats and team stats here in the table, right? So with Haaland as the number one captaincy option, followed by Kevin De Bruyne, I think it's pretty clear to see that the bookies and also all the statistics that kind of tell us that Man City are probably going to run over Nottingham Forest. And I think the concern for now, as we knew before Game Week 5, was already the minutes that Haaland is going to get, right? So at this point in time, I feel like I'm going to put the captaincy armband on Haaland for now, right? And wait a little while to see some of the press conference, news on what Pep says and kind of make a little more informed decision there. But in the event that we don't get enough news, right, I actually may take the captaincy armband off Haaland just because he may be rested, right? So I'm not sure at this point in time. For now, I'm going to put the captaincy armband on Haaland, right? And stay tuned for the Game Week 5 deadline stream to kind of find out who I finally captain, right? But for now, this is what the rubric says. If you guys want to follow the rubrics, by all means, right? And also, if you can see the success rate, it has gotten 4 out of 4, right? So I leave it up to you guys, but for now, I'm going to leave it on Haaland. So slapping the captain's armband on Haaland and the vice captain's armband on Salah, who is also predicted to do pretty well, right? This is how my team is looking like, right? And I think there are some returns in store for the City players. Obviously, hopefully Gundogan plays. I think he's my big differential here, right? Pascal Gross is also pretty lowly owned, right? So I think pretty much I like this team. There are some differentials. Raya is also a differential for me, right? So hopefully these differentials can score well and then kind of boost my rank because the other players are pretty much quite highly owned, right? So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully Game Week 5 goes well for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and also subscribe as well if you are new around here, and I'll see you guys in the deadline stream tomorrow.